KILR Killer Game.
Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to the beginning of the tour around the world featuring FlightGear version 2020.1.3. At the time of this video, it is not a stable release, but it is one of the beta releases or whatever that you can download. The actual stable release is 2018, but no, we're going to do the 2020 release. And this is the free open source flight simulator. Doesn't cost anything, although you can find it like on eBay and Amazon, and that's usually they're trying to put it onto a USB with aircraft and a whole bunch of other stuff, which, is fine. You don't have to sit there and try to download it all. But you definitely don't have to pay anything for this. You can go right to the website. You can download the simulator. It really isn't that hard to install it. And then you can download all the scenery. You can buy it on like 4 CDs, or you can set it up to where it downloads the scenery as you go, which is kind of like what we've got going on here. And then there are also add-ons that you can put on here. So there is something I downloaded called Project 3000, and there's another thing that I downloaded, which is Red Griffin ATC, and we'll be utilizing that. Well, we won't be utilizing it on this particular flight, but we will be on other flights. The reason why we won't do it on this one is because we're going to be taking off from runway 36, which is the same runway that we've done on all the other simulators in this World Tour series, dating all the way back to the Commodore 64. They fly to all the same airports, all the same flight plans. That allows you to compare each of these flights with each of the different simulators, just to kind of see, how well was everything done at that particular time in terms of rivers or roads or whatnot. And it's just also interesting from a historical perspective, because certain airports added runways later or closed them down, VORs changed or were removed. It's just interesting in that sense. And another thing that I think you might find interesting, the Red Griffin ATC was created by Antonello Biancala. And what I thought was interesting was that the very first flight simulator he flew was SubLogic Flight Simulator I, which was on the Apple II. And it wasn't even his computer. His computer was a VIC-20. And then he had gone to SubLogic Flight Simulator II on the Commodore 64. And then he had said, this is coming from text that he wrote in his Red Griffin ATC program, and the README file. In his words, he says, "The giant step forward was in 1987 when it was released for the Commodore Amiga, one of the most amazing and very best revolutionary exceptional computers of all times." And the Commodore 64 version was my very first flight simulator, but the Commodore Amiga 500 was my first computer that I actually bought. And for those of us who grew up with Amigas, we get it. We understand. We have this bond with each other because we know how fantastic that computer was back in the day. And I have a lot of fond memories with the Commodore Amiga. And for that matter, the flight simulator for Commodore 64 and the Commodore Amiga, which is what sparked this whole idea of doing this world tour to begin with. It's because I wanted to relive old memories that I had of flying from state to state when I did it on the Commodore 64, which had better coverage than what the Commodore Amiga did. But I still had fun with the Commodore Amiga Flight Simulator II as well. And it just kind of went from there, because Flight Simulator 5 was my first PC flight simulator, and then 98, which was one of my all-time favorites, and then FSX, and then X-Plane 11, which was my first X-Plane version that I got, and it just grew from there. And I think this is like the 30th flight simulator that we've done on this world tour. So FlightGear is now, I think, like the number 30 in terms of how many simulators are flying this this world tour. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. But I thought that was kind of an interesting thing from the Red Griffin author Antonello. So let's go ahead and talk about the flight that we're going to be doing. Now, I mentioned to you that the Commodore 64 was my very first flight simulator, and it's this world tour was based off of the SubLogic Flight Simulator II. That's where it all started, and this is the map from the Commodore 64 Flight Simulator 2. This is where we're at, Merrill C. Meigs. Yeah, and believe it or not, it is here in FlightGear. So not quite the way you would think, but we'll look at that once we take off. We're going to be going here to Chicago O'Hare International, and we are going to tune in. I don't know if this VOR is accurate or not, because 113.9 is what it was back then, but it's a different frequency now. So even so, we'll still probably be able to find the airport with no problem. Okay, so the cool thing here is that you can do a walk around on your plane, and you can click here. You can take like a sample of your fuel, open right wing drain, and all this cool stuff. You can come over here, and as you can see, you can move the rudder back and forth. You can get the tie-ons. I think you can click these here. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of the chock blocks here. It's real. There it goes. Get that one. And there. So we got the tie downs and the chock blocks all out of the way. And we are here in the actual plane itself. And thankfully we can sit there and we can click on the yoke and get rid of that, so that way it's not in the way. Can use the X key to zoom in, and then Shift X to zoom out. Let's go ahead and get things turned on here. There we go. I think. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try it again. Okay, might be the mixture. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it is on here. The avionics are on. Well, at least I turned it on. I think there's a button or something we have to... There we go. We got autopilot over here. Okay, so we were saying that 113.9 was the VOR. Let's just see if that is the case. 113. Oh. Crap. How do I... It activated. So yeah, I guess that's the VOR. That's weird, because I know on Navigraph it's something completely different. Do we have a DME on this? It doesn't appear that we do. Interesting. Oh, this is nautical miles here. Oh, maybe we can change. Let's just see. 113. Oh, cool. So we got a dedicated DME thing here. That's what it looks like this thing is. Nice, this is useful. Too bad Flight Simulator 2020 doesn't have that. Come on, like a free flight simulator's got a DME. Oh my goodness. Let's see, park and brake. Turn that off. Whoa, and we are spinning all over the place. Okay, so we are heading over here to the end of the taxiway. Oh, there's like smoke coming out of the smokestack over there. That's cool. I know some of you are thinking, isn't there supposed to be water out there? Why is there a bunch of buildings out there? Well, you're about ready to find out here. Let's go ahead and get going here. My air gauge doesn't appear to be working. Okay, now if you take a look, you'll notice that Lake Michigan is over here. And Northerly Island is, well, not quite here. I think that is Northerly Island, but the airport's not sitting right there like it should be. That is where the airport should be, is right there. But instead, they've got the airport over here on the mainland. Right there. So Meigs is here, it's just not in the right spot. Look at that, you got light that reflects, that comes through the aircraft. That's kind of cool. Oh, the air gauge is working now. It wasn't before, it is now though. We'll come over here and fly through downtown just like we did on all the other simulators. No Prudential building on this one. One thing I haven't quite figured out is the clicking here. Right clicking doesn't do anything. Left clicking turns it, but I can't get it to turn the other way. It's going to be off in this direction, we know that. Let's try the autopilot and see what we got. Okay, that I can click and drag. That seems to work. There we go. Okay. I thought I tried it before and it wasn't working, but it is working now. So you can just click and drag it one way or the other and it'll work. If you just click it, it's going to turn it one way. Okay, cool. So we got we're hanging on our altitude here and our heading, and everything seems to be going pretty good. We can hit F10. Got about 9 miles to go. F10 will bring up this menu and take it away. We can go to Red Griffin ATC here. We can open and close the dialog. Oh, that was weird. Okay. And see if we can get Chicago O'Hare on here. Okay. Open up radios here. Here we go. Under AI, AT services and range. We can display airport frequencies for Chicago O'Hare. And we'll go ahead and let's just pick one of the tower ones here. I think we might have it set here. Let's see.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo Tower, Reading U5.
Reading U5.
Tower, Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo requesting bridge information. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, this is Tower, contact approach at 119.00.
Okay. And then we can go through here and scroll this down and hit approach. That'll tune in.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo requesting bridge information. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo approach. You are not approved in this CTR. Contact me when you are near this CTR or request transition permission.
What?
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo at end inside. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, this is approach. Contact tower at 120.75. Tower, Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo requesting bridge information. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, this is tower, contact approach at 119.00.
Well, I'm trying.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo request transition through the CTR airspace.
Oh well. Well.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo approach. Contact departure at 125.00. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo Roger.
I'm going to start bringing down our flaps. We're going to land over here. Actually, I was going to land at the one that was up there, but I think I'm going to turn and land over here. This one doesn't look too hard to land at.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
Pull up, pull up.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna
No.
Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
I landed. What are you talking about?
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
I can't seem to change it either.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
Pull up, pull up.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
I can't change it either. I've been going through here trying to change the comm radio, and
Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo
it doesn't let me
Romeo,
change
you are
it.
Flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
Here, let's
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
pull up, pull up. Here.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
I can't change it. I've been changing it to different things.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo departure. Reading U5. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima
Okay,
Romeo
well.
Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna
That's not gonna
Kilo
stop,
India
apparently.
Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
Pull up, pull up.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo.
So we even got some AI traffic as well. Although there are no buildings here, which is weird.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo.
I'm not sure why I don't have any buildings here.
You are flying too low. Pull up, pull
It
up.
looks like there should be buildings here. Because there's
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo
there's the
Romeo, you are
airways,
flying too
the
low. Pull up, pull up.
the connection things,
Cessna
but
Kilo India Lima
yeah,
Romeo
so
Golf Alpha Mike Echo
I don't
Romeo,
know.
you are flying too low.
there's
Pull
no
up,
there's no
pull up.
buildings over here. Maybe because I need to pull up. I don't know.
Cessna
There's
Kilo
buildings
India
over there,
Lima
though.
Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you
We're just
are
kind of flying
too
in
low.
between
Pull
everything
up,
here.
pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low.
Apparently, I
Pull up, pull up.
broke the ATC because
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha
Yeah, I'm
Mike
not
Echo
quite sure what
Romeo,
happened
you
to the
are
building
flying too
here.
low. Pull up, pull up.
I was gonna go park over here by
Cessna
this
Kilo
building
India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo
because there
Romeo,
appears to
you
be
are
a
flying
building
too
over
low.
here.
Pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
Pull up, pull up.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
All right. Let's.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo
park it right
Golf
over
Alpha
here.
Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up.
Pull up, pull up.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo
Oh,
Romeo,
even
you
though
are
I turned it
flying
off,
too low.
it
Pull up, pull up.
it's still.
Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima
Well, we can't
Romeo
get this
Golf
thing to
Alpha
stop,
Mike
can
Echo
we?
Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low.
Cessna
Pull
Kilo
up,
India
pull up.
Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, say again.
Cessna Kilo India Lima
Boy, this is
Romeo
gonna keep
Golf
going.
Alpha Mike Echo Romeo, you are flying too low. Pull up, pull up. Cessna Kilo India Lima Romeo Golf Alpha Mike.
Okay, so what I went ahead and done is just paused the simulator as well as muting it, so that way I'm not constantly hearing pull up, pull up, pull up. Anyways, that is the flight there. I hope you enjoyed this flight and this video. If so, click that like button and share the video, leave some comments. And if you're new here, hey, subscribe. Become of our growing killer community. And click that notification bell so that way you get notified of future flight simulation content. You may have a favorite series that you want to keep tabs on. So click that notification bell so that way you know what it is that is uploaded and when it's uploaded. I just do some streaming on Twitch, so I hope to see you over there. There are many times where I will, as I'm recording episodes, I'll also stream at the same time. Gives you a chance to be a part of the show and see things weeks and months ahead of time. On Instagram, I take pictures and photos of projects that I work on behind the scenes. Twitter is our official communication channel with you folks. Keep you up to date on the channel of what's going on. Killer news and announcements and retweets of things that I think you might find interesting. And then Snapchat, just once in a while, do something fun and silly with that. So if you have a Snapchat account, we do too, and you can add us if you'd like. And then Patreon, for those of you who would like to support the channel and help me be able to make it grow. There is that where you can donate, and I appreciate whatever you're willing to do, and you also get something in return as well. Thanks so much for watching. Again, I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next episode, the next leg of our tour around the world. Have a killer, awesome day.